Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
We're so thrilled to have on talented singers, songwriters, guitarists. They do it all. Oh, and they sing backup for other artists too in their spare time. I have the Watson twins,
Hi.
Chandra and Leigh.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
I feel like I know you both already from all of your work with Jenny, with Harry Connick Jr., with Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah.
And now pushing the duo, the sister career more.
Yeah, it's been a journey, and we're taking all these people along with us, so
Right.
all those amazing experiences, and then getting to be here with you today and talk about Holler.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's so incredible too, and as I told you before we came in studio, the album just came out in June, Holler, and it's such a neat album because, compared to like Duo that you both put out a while back, it seems like it's so immersed in the Americana music
Yes.
to where I can hear country, I can hear folk. It's got a little taste of everything from your influences.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
The
definitely
smorgasbord
Yeah.
of sounds.
I think too, after just, having the type of career that we have had and working with other artists and also creating our own music, you really start to, put together your own melting pot of influences.
Right.
And this record we co-wrote together, and I think that really, we really see all of that experience kind of come together in a beautiful way on this record.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, obviously writing together, and it's such a growth. I mean, nothing wrong with Duo, which I think did very well.
Yeah.
But with Holler, it's like the harmonies, just everything, and not always even harmonies.
Yeah.
Sometimes in unison. And you worked with Butch Walker.
Yes.
Yes.
Produced this.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yes.
And I understand he played a little bit on this too.
He did. We had been working with him doing some background vocals for other folks, as you mentioned, Harry Connick Jr., and we did the most recent Jewel record. And so he's been one of those people that's just called us in to work on really incredible things. So we always say yes when Butch calls.
Yeah. And
so,
he had called us actually to sing on his last
his new record.
his solo record, Glenn. And so we were in the studio working with him on that record and just talking about how we wanted to make some new music. Just coming out of the pandemic, and he was like, well, we should do something here.
Yeah.
And so the first track we brought our Nashville-based touring band that we'd been touring with for the last 4 years, and recorded live in his studio, Two Timin', which is the track that closes the record, but it was the track
actually the first track that we recorded.
that lit the spark.
That's what I was going to bring up too. I think our viewers would like to hear the story too, to where Two Timin' was really the catalyst.
Yes.
And it was kind of your ladies' response to Roe versus Wade.
Yes, we actually, with Holler, the title track, that was specifically written right after Roe v. Wade got overturned.
Right.
And it was just, it started out actually as kind of a sad song.
Yeah.
It was.
And we were like, wait,
this is going.
Yeah, this is going to a dark place.
Yeah,
So.
and then we just knew that Holler as a whole, the whole album needed to have that Two Timin' feel. It needed to be uplifting and empowering and fun. And so, kind of turning it on its head and making it more about, hey, if we come together, we can make positive change in whatever we do.
Right.
And
so
also just
that
I feel
sense
like
of unity.
Yeah, I think it also kind of speaks to, our journey in singing together and singing in unison. And we've always said we're stronger together. That's why we do background vocals, because people call not just a Watson twin, they call the Watson twins.
Right.
And so really realizing the power that we have as a duo, and then lifting that up to kind of bring other people in, and the start of the record, hey, let me show you how to sing this song. Just keep on trying harder. Don't worry if you get it wrong.
Yeah.
So it's really encouraging people to do something together.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, and obviously with Holler, which is an incredible song on this album, and but also with Two Timin', like you said, it's both of you. It's the Watson twins, which is so. And I don't think you can beat, in my mind and to my ear, you can't beat family harmonies.
Yeah.
Because it's just so natural. And I got to bring up too, it's like both of you ladies, being raised in Kentucky.
Yes.
And starting out singing in church and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah, the
it's-
gospel harmonies.
And before you go to LA and start the band Slidell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a rock and roll with Southern gospel harmonies, and I mean it was a 7-piece band, so getting it on the road was a little challenging. But that actually led us to meeting our collaborator Jenny Lewis. She was in the local scene there with us, and Our bands, her band Rilo Kiley and our band Slidell would do shows together, which was super fun. It was just a really fun time to be in LA. And this music scene there, it's like you would see Beck at the grocery store and, go see Elliott Smith in some small little club. And so it was a really amazing time to be there. Lots of inspiring things. We actually last night, we went to go see Silver Sun Pickups, our friends, and they're just another amazing LA band that we came up with. But yeah, Jenny was a neighbor and was doing the solo record and was like, I want to use some backup singers. And her bandmate Blake said, hey, I think the Watson Twins band broke up. Maybe you should call them. He was right. And so she came over and brought her guitar and started playing songs from Rabbit Fur Coat. And at that time, they were just some ideas. They were just the beginning of songs. And we just, of course, jumped in on that gospel harmony, and she was like, "Wait, this is working, and let's do more. And so that's ended up with a lifelong friendship, and we continue to collaborate on stuff and guest with her on occasion. It's just always that feeling of a reunion, like that type of music is just. For us has been such a huge part of our career and our trajectory,
Well, in the videos too, I couldn't help but watch some, obviously, getting ready to have both of you in studio. It's like, you both sound so good with Jenny Lewis. I mean, it's just, it feels natural. It feels like you guys are related to her.
I know. It's so funny. I think, when we sing with people,
I think we kind of have that with Butch too. He sings, so he's the third harmony on all of Holler,
right?
And he plays acoustic guitar on Holler as well. And when we were doing records with him previously, we would always get around one mic, the three of us, and do that 3-part. And when you're singing with people like that, you can really tell how you're connecting, and it's such a special, it's capturing such a special moment. And now people are tracking on separate tracks, and mixing those tracks together, and this is just like the most basic way to do it, but I think it captures vocals in a really just authentic and organic way. And so, having that experience with Jenny, and now here we are fast forward and we're doing it with Butch, we have that same sort of connection with him, but he's actually the first male vocalist that we've ever featured on a record. And so he's on the majority of the songs singing that 3-part, and I think the tonal quality of his voice just really adds to creating a dimension in what we're already doing as sibling harmonies.
And we had such fun doing it in the studio. We literally set up 3 mics and recorded it live together, singing. And so I think it's just that when you're connecting in that way, where you're in the moment, you're looking at each other, you're taking every breath together, it just creates, there's an energy that's just so much fun. And I think that comes through on this album too. It's just like energetically when everyone's on the edge, the cliff's edge, basically, about ready to step off together. You're just like, okay, are we all ready? Let's do this.
Well, and I think that, recording it live like you did with Butch and everything, I think it comes through on the album. I think that you can really feel the energy. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan of that. I would rather hear a few notes and imperfections, just like the old albums.
I know.
Because to me, it's got that live, real feel.
Yeah, I think that's the really the magic around this. And I think, using our touring band that we've been playing with for 4 years, there's that familial piece to it too, because we've been, traveling across the country together, and late night drives, and really bad food. I was just gonna say really terrible meals together.
Flat tires. It's like you just
we've gone through the trenches together, and so it creates this like really amazing bond. And when we called all those guys and said, can you come in and do this record with us? They were like 100%. And I think that trust is there. Knowing
you hear that coming through as well.
I think you hear that connectedness in the music, and you feel that just collaborative spirit and that coming together.
Well, speaking of which, on tour, which obviously you're going to be playing at the Pilgrimage Fest.
Yes,
with
I'm
a
so
few
excited.
other, I don't know, the Black Crows.
Yeah.
I mean, Lumineers.
The Lumineers, I know, it's huge.
So I think it's nice that they're opening for you. And, but also you've got new guitars.
Yes. Yamaha hooked us up with some amazing acoustics that sound incredible. And, we love the vintage stuff, but when you're out there on the road, you've got to have things that sound good in all environments. I think that's the other thing too. It's like, it sounds way different if you're in an arena or if you're in a club or if you're outside at a festival. It's like, just having gear that you can really rely on and that sounds great in the system regardless of where you are, or just acoustic in a room for inspiration. So we're excited about Pilgrimage. We're going to be playing right before Butch, so there might be some collaborations.
I don't know.
We'll see.
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah, that there.
Actually, you could collaborate with everybody, and YOLO's going to be there. It's like
Amazing, yes. Well, that's the fun thing about festivals, I think, is like you just never know what's going to happen. We did Newport Folk Festival in 2018. And we came to sing background vocals for a friend of ours, Nicole Adkins, and after her initial call, by the time we finished the weekend, we had done 9 sets. And we learned like 46 songs, 6 costume changes, and we got, Newport gave us this,
an honorary
flag, even though we weren't on the bill, because they said we were the only people who performed on every stage that weekend.
Oh my gosh. Well,
but yeah, it was like Brandi Carlile to, Jenny to Nicole. It was an amazing weekend.
How incredible. Well, and I know big tour. I want to make sure for our viewers too that they know like website, social media, everything. And I got to bring this up too. Besides Holler being on CD, it's also available on vinyl, special red vinyl with this incredible artwork too. And of course digital.
Yes. On all the streaming services, we've got actually 3 colors of vinyl. We've got a candy apple red. We've got a special Coke bottle green that was a limited edition. I mean, I think everybody needs all 3, just like you do with your outfits and lipstick colors. But yeah, we were really fortunate to work with Lad Design, Grammy award-winning album artwork that they created for Wilco and for the Voyager record. So to have them working on Holler was just amazing. And we used a local photographer for the photos here. She's from Nashville. She's amazing. And again, just kind of, we've created such an amazing, we just feel so fortunate. We've created such an amazing community of people around us over the years that we've brought with us from whether it was our time in LA or even where we grew up in Kentucky and Louisville. It's like we've just kind of collected this amazing menagerie of people, and they keep working with us. So we're happy that we feel honored that they continue to be here for us.
And this record, and specifically, we ended up teaming up with Bloodshot, which they're a record company that is just rebooting and starting a new roster, and of course has the amazing catalog that they do of just legendary acts that were put out on that label. So it was nice to team with a label like that we talked about Americana, but they were the original alt country label.
Before there was Americana, there was alt country.
Exactly.
And so just to be working with that sort of affiliation, with those artists specifically that influenced us, has been really special.
Well, I want to make sure our viewers have your website, social media, everything the Watson Twins. Where do they need to go?
Well, www.thewatsontwins.com.
TheWatsonTwins.com. Our handle on Instagram, The Watson Twins.
@The Watson Twins.
Very simple. I like
easy
that.
peasy. We keep it simple. Evidently, we're early adopters because we got all these things before someone else took them. So we're always on the cusp of
So the other Watson
trends.
Twins are just out of luck.
Sorry, guys.
So and
We had it
obviously
first.
there's going to be more singles coming off Holler. Maybe some videos.
Yes, we've got some videos out currently. We've got some tour dates coming up. We're going to be out actually with the Wood Brothers this winter. And so we're super excited about opening up for them.
And we've got some other dates that we can't announce just yet, but keep an eye on the website, thewatsonTwins.com /live.
We'll be doing a lot of touring, and then of course our Pilgrimage appearance, which we're super excited about. So yeah, we'll be out there.
And some new merch.
Oh yeah.
Some great merch.
Will it match the vinyl? That's my main concern.
It all looks good together.
Especially once you have all 3 vinyl records.
Exactly. You can match whatever you want with it.
I mean, that's the way to do it. Well, it's such a thrill to have both of you on.
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank
your
you for
voices.
having
I
us.
love the new album Holler. If you're a fan of the Watson Twins as I am, obviously enjoyed Duo. You need to get this album, add it to your playlist, but most of all, go see them live.
Yes, come see
Chandra
us.
Leigh, thank you so much. The Watson Twins. It's going to be an awesome show.
Thank you.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.